Welcome back, Canonites. So yesterday, of course, while I was out of town, the latest Halo community update released, and boy did it have some exciting news and reveals, so let's not waste any time and dive right in. We start with the biggest news today, the reveal of the cover of Halo Legacy of Onyx. This book was first teased as far back as the first Halo Legendary Crate, which included an interview with the book's author Matt Forbeck. Legacy of Onyx will serve as a sort of follow-up to the Halo Fracture short story Lessons Learned. That story saw Spartan 3's Tom B292 and Lucy B091 transfer to the Onyx Shield world, aka Trevelyan, where they would serve under Senior Chief Petty Officer Franklin Mendez, while also serving alongside Sangheili. So yes, the Onyx research team is joint species. With the backstory established, let's read the book's description and break down the cover. Molly Patel was only 7 years old when the alien alliance known as the Covenant destroyed her homeworld and killed her family. As one of the few to escape the glassing of Paris 4, and despite the United Nations Space Command winning the war on behalf of humanity, Molly never forgot how much she had lost. 9 years later, when her adoptive parents, research scientists specializing in ancient Forerunner technology, are called to the mysterious and wondrous place known as Onyx, Molly vehemently objects. It's not so much that Molly's concerned about relocating to inside a spherical construct the diameter of an entire solar system, but the fact that she also has to live alongside members of the same species that murdered her family. And when the Servants of the Abiding Truth, a violent ex-Covenant sect under the guidance of the notorious Pale Blade, somehow makes its way inside this supposedly impregnable sphere, Molly is now forced to consider if she and her new parents have made a terrible and fatal mistake in coming here. So our main character is Molly Patel, almost certainly the girl seen on the cover. Strangely, it looks like she's wearing a shirt and pants, or maybe a jumpsuit, that aesthetically looks like the Mjolnir Gen 2 undersuit. She's definitely not a Spartan 4, she's way too young for that at 16, but it's odd. Anyway, she's a survivor of Paris 4, a name that should sound familiar to fans of the lore. Paris 4 first appeared in Halo First Strike as the place where Sergeant Johnson contracted Boren's syndrome. This was in actuality a cover story to hide the fact that Johnson was an Orion candidate or Spartan 1. Though it's possible, I dare even say probable, he did actually serve during the fall of Paris 4. Anyway, that was in 2549, so the 9-year time skip puts the book's main setting in 2558. Although the Guardian scene on the cover should easily confirm that, I think. Moving on, we can see that the Servants of the Abiding Truth are finally making a major comeback, and about time if you ask me. This story would seem to be set after the events of Night Takes Bishop from Halo Tales from Slipspace. The book's description notes that the servants are being led by a Sangheili known as the Pale Blade, which Halo Mythos confirms to be none other than Jul 'Mdama's son, Doral 'Mdama. Doral was a powerful leader with the servants, but he only took over after the death of their former leader Avomad Talcum, who was killed in the comic I just mentioned. That also happened in January of 2558, long before the Guardian Awakening, so yeah. The cover would seem to feature Doral himself, his appearance looking, to me, like a bit of a mix between the H2A and 343 elites. Certainly more H2A than anything else, but the mandibles, to me at least, look more 343 influenced than H2A, but again, that's me. Sadly, I can't tell to save my life what armor he's supposed to be wearing. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. Speaking of Doral, one can't help but wonder how he and the servants get in. I'm going to guess now that they'll be using the same portal system Jul 'Mdama used to escape in Halo the Thursday War. Hell, maybe they'll actually go through the portal connected to the Sangheili colony of Hesperos, the same one Jul used. Finally though, let's talk about Tom and Lucy, the two Spartans on the cover. We know from Lessons Learned that they had upgraded to Gen 2, but I love actually seeing it here. Tom wears the awesome looking Cypher helmet, along with Athlon legs and chest, Shinobi shoulders, and Mark IV arms and gauntlets. Lucy in the background seems to be wearing pure Athlon. I'm personally not a fan of Athlon. I always like to think of it more as a pure training armor than something meant for combat, but there goes that headcanon. Though, honestly, I'm kind of sad that neither of them are wearing the Prefect armor from Halo 4. This was reverse engineered from a Forerunner combat skin actually found in the Onyx Shield world. Here would have been the perfect opportunity to use it, but oh well. Overall, the cover art is amazing, the story sounds really interesting, and if this is set during the Guardian Awakening, I can't help but wonder what that's going to be like inside the Shield world. Remember, this thing is the size of Earth's orbit around the sun. It's so big, it has 4 planets inside it. That's insanity. Halo Legacy of Onyx is slated for release on November 14th, and I certainly can't wait. While that was the big news from this update, there are a couple other things to go over. First, author Troy Denning has released a small excerpt from his upcoming novel on Twitter. It's not much, but if you're interested, I've left a link in the description box. His book, Halo Retribution, releases in just over a week on August 29th, just in time for PAX. After that, we got a reveal for the November Legendary crate, Flood Warning. Based on the crate art, it would seem that this crate will focus on the Flood, or more specifically, the Awakening the Nightmare DLC. This crate will almost certainly release after Awakening the Nightmare, so I think it's safe to say that the DLC will be coming in September or October. Apparently, an early version of the game's info sheet released by Microsoft had a release date for September 26th, though no date has been officially given as far as I'm aware. Finally, Revel USA revealed that Halo model kits are going to be coming out this September, revealing an image of the Halo 4 Pelican model on Twitter. I'm personally really excited about this, as modeling kits have been a huge part of my life since I was probably around 12 years old. Having some Halo models to add to my collection is a major plus in my book. And that wraps up this community update, as far as this channel is concerned. What do you think of Legacy of Onyx or Halo Retribution, the Legendary Crate theme, or the model kits? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing it around. You are the reason I get to keep doing this, so thank you. Profusely, thank you.